I grew up on Volvos, and I'm sure a lot of you did too, but the ones we remember were really boxy and super dorky, but our parents loved them because they knew that their idiot teenagers would be safe. This new Volvo XC90 takes everything we love about the brand and puts it in a super modern package that is a lot less dorky. This XC90 is a huge leap forward for Volvo, and it was the first car in the revamp of its entire lineup. The new style really makes the SUV stand out, and it's actually such a great design because it's simple and it's elegant. There's absolutely no excess here, and everything looks like it has a purpose, yet you can still tell it's a Volvo from a mile away. I also love these new headlights with the sideways T LED bar, and I can't wait to see them on the rest of the lineup. And all of that style carries over to the inside too. This infotainment system is definitely one of the highlights of the cabin. It is so slick and easy to use, and especially if you've ever used any sort of iPad or tablet, all the controls are already super intuitive. The menus are super easy to navigate, and it's very responsive and has a clean layout. The only issue with this big screen is that your greasy fingerprints will get all over it, but this can actually be fixed by getting a screen protector that shields the screen from your greasy hands. And although it looks slick, it's not perfect to use, and the navigation system especially could use some improvements. Its POI database just doesn't seem that complete. Its GPS isn't very well calibrated because it thought I was in a field once, and it seems impossible to do something simple like cancel a route. But the rest of the interior is smart, and it has a lot of thoughtful little touches. It's a tidy space, and because of this big screen, the dashboard is clear of clutter and buttons. It's just such a great interior because besides being luxurious and comfortable, it's just so easy to use and everything is exactly where you expect it to be. It's really obvious that Volvo did not cheap out on anything in here, and a few little details I love are the crank ignition switch and the drive mode selector, which just look like something you'd find in a Rolls-Royce. There's also a lovely head-up display, a giant sunroof, a crisp digital gauge cluster, and this beautiful wood trim. And as much as I love the swanky interior, the drive is even more fantastic. Volvo has done something super innovative because it's actually bolted on both a supercharger and a turbocharger onto a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. And what that means is that the 4-cylinder feels more like a V6. And no matter where you are in the rev range, there's always huge amounts of power on tap, and there's no waiting because the power delivery is immediate. For a car this heavy, it feels freakishly fast, even in comfort mode, and the acceleration is really surprising with 316 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. This has become one of my favorite engines simply because it has so much pulling power and it works seamlessly with the 8-speed automatic. Power is sent to the front wheels under typical driving, but up to 60% can be directed to the rear wheels when needed. And the drive is so smooth and quiet. Zero noise or harshness makes it into the cabin. Shifts are smooth and quick, and the steering has a nice, heavy weight to it. I just keep forgetting that I'm driving a huge 3-row SUV because the car feels so much smaller, and that's actually a really good thing. This setup makes it very easy to drive around, and even in the city I have no problems getting around my condo parking garage or weaving in and out of traffic. But it does feel big in the right ways, meaning it feels luxurious and sure-footed, like nothing can upset it. And when you're out on the highway and stuck in traffic, the Volvo takes the stress out with its adaptive cruise control. It's so easy to use, and the system works seamlessly, so it can slow down, speed up, and even come to a complete stop and get going again all on its own. The car can also park itself, and the parallel park function works really well, and it's actually kind of spooky. I couldn't get the perpendicular park function to work though. There is a lot to love about this Volvo, and one of the great things about it is that it's the unconventional pick for someone shopping this segment. It looks great, it drives fantastic, it has a great engine, it's practical, and it comes with a whole load of really awesome safety features. In fact, this XC90 has been one of the best cars I've driven all year.